Good evening, everyone. It's Chad from Colorado Giants. It is October 6th, and it's another week and another reduction in pumpkin patch size. Got a little bit to talk about today, so let's just jump right into it. But as we do that, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Comment below if you have any questions. Comment below. We have with a question at the end that I want to ask everybody. I should have left them uncovered, but I just covered them. Emily and I just measured the pumpkins, and the good news is they're still growing. We're going to take one of these two to the Way Off in Colorado Springs or Fort Collins this coming Saturday, and then obviously the last one will go to Fort Collins. I would like to know which one you think is going to be heavier. They are measuring really close to one another. So I think it's going to come down to, if they go heavy or light. So comment below if you think vacuum is going to go heavy or if you think Ted is going to go heavy. Ted or vacuum, which one's going to go heavy? Who will be the winner? Comment below, let us know. So we have to talk about the Way Off that happened on Saturday. Nick's Garden Center, it was an amazing Way Off. We had some huge pumpkins. Jacob, the Growing Giants YouTube channel, came out from Kansas. He had one heck of a time getting to Colorado, but he made it and he brought a pumpkin. And not only did he bring a pumpkin, he brought a pumpkin that weighed 1,990 pounds. So Jacob had one heck of a pumpkin. Then he weighed a 1,600-ish pounder the week before that was like 25% heavy. So that's just ridiculous amount of heavy. So congratulations to those guys for the one heck of a season they had. So I bet you're asking yourself, yes, how did Dump Truck do? Dump Truck did amazing. Dump Truck was supposed to get about 8th place. I figured if it was 8th or 9th place. Ultimately, Dump Truck got 4th place. It was estimating at 941 pounds. There was another pumpkin estimating exactly the same, and Dump Truck ended up going 16% heavy, which for Colorado, for me personally, 16% heavy, I am ecstatic about that. So he ended up weighing 1,100 pounds on the nose. So that is so awesome and a half. I'm super happy with how that did. Here's the stump on vacuum. I hope I don't regret not cranking vacuum back a little bit. But yeah, so anyway, Dump Truck, I digress. Let me turn off my swamp cooler. I took this off the timer because the weather this time of the year is so sporadic and all over the place. I just can't have it automated simply just on and off. It would have to have a sensor or something connected to it. So yeah, Dump Truck went 16% heavy. That's awesome. Especially because I use Dump Truck to pollinate everything. So we'll see how vacuum shakes out and Ted shakes out. But if those two went heavy in my greenhouse and these two go heavy, so that'd be a heavy on heavy crossing, and that would be pretty awesome. I've never grown one of my own seeds, but I definitely would grow one of these two again with the genetics that both of them have. So yeah, bushel gourd. Bushel gourd, I lost my state record title from Pete and Cindy Glazer, who gave me that seed, and then I recaptured it again. So the new Colorado state record for bushel gourd is 248 pounds. It was measuring at 250, and I think it was 1 or 2 pounds short. It was there 249 or 248, I forget. And then when I was taking the plant out, I found this guy. So this is at least a 50-pound bushel gourd that was just hanging out in the middle of the plant. So, oops, that could have been, 50 pounds could have been on the other bushel gourd, and it might have been, 300 pounds, or at least 275 or something. One thing I wanted to point out to everybody, as now we are seeing more of the patch, and I think I showed you that. I overflowed that, which made the ground really soft. The weight of the tank then pushed down, so oops on that one. Don't multitask without an alarm. Anyway, so there's just not a lot of weeds. I haven't pulled any weeds or anything. and there's just minimal weed pressure. So that was that just goes to show me and you that it's worth putting in the time early in the season to get all those weeds taken care of, like I was doing this year. Like this is like where the walking boards were, so that wasn't weeded overly frequently. And then some weeds like along where the main vine is, but all in all, you know, minimal weed pressure at best. The plants themselves for the remaining 2 pumpkins look pretty okay. This is the back half of vacuum. A little bit of powdery mildew, you know, you can see on some of the leaves, but you know, at this point in the season, I just really don't care, if I'm being honest with you. And then Ted, still as a whole, Ted probably the whole year has had kind of the most unimpressive plant. And yeah, go figure. That's what I get for you know, underestimating or not quite giving up, but not giving full effort to something. I should always know better. Never give up on something. So that's really about it. Come this Thursday or Friday, I have one of my helpers is going out of town, so we might lift one of those 2 pumpkins on Thursday rather than Friday. Haven't totally made up my mind on that yet. So we'll see what the day brings. But again, make sure you subscribe to the channel, comment below with which pumpkin you think is going to go heavier. We appreciate you guys watching this season as we come getting close to the end, starting to wrap it up. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.